Hey Claire, what's up? I was having trouble. I had to restart it once. Um, so normally when I restart my computer, it's fine. I don't know why it does it. But for the most part, I haven't really been having that much trouble with the streams. They've been pretty good. Once I get them going, it's fine. How have you been? Yeah. We've missed you. What have you been up to? What are you doing? Pretty busy. Summer's insane. You've been vacationing. You've been seeing some of your posts. They're nice. Getting some good work done. Minneapolis? Cool. Gotcha. Good. Are you getting enough rest? I prioritize my time and getting a bit burnt out with trying to do everything I want to do. Yeah. But I'm sure you're probably glad that you will have done it, right? I mean, there's probably a lot of things that you really, knowing you, that you want to do, right? You have trouble balancing. Yeah. Mainly focus on running, exercise, and catching up with friends. Gotcha. Well, it's difficult to do everything that you want to do because there's a lot to get done. Been good. Just been kind of the same as you, I guess, right? And been exercising in the mornings, and I took Dad I'm watching after him right now. I want to say I took him into my home, but the truth is that I'm staying with my mom right now, watching Dad, and so he gets up in the middle of the night. We got him out of the home and such, which has been good because it was not a good place for him, and I probably told you some of that. So I'm very relieved, and he's doing much better at home. But it takes a lot out of you because you have to plan around it. Like right now, he's at my mom's house, and it is a lot to manage. But also, I enjoy hanging around him too. Like he makes me really happy. So I like it, but it is difficult. Like, for example, this morning, I woke up again earlier than I wanted to, and this has happened multiple times. It's like having a baby, I guess. I've never had one, but we have a chimer, and if he moves, it rings, and so it could ring in the middle of the night, it could ring in the morning, and if it rings in the middle of the night, sometimes I have a hard time getting back to sleep, so oftentimes I'm a little bit sleep deprived, but fortunately I can handle it at this point in my life better than I probably could, when I get older, but it's all good, and I feel good that I'm helping them. But besides that, just been really trying to work on my stream, get work done, and do the projects that I need to do. And I've actually, you'd be proud of me, because remember I was always saying that I want to do quicker content, straight to the point, and I would say it. I actually have well over 10 videos in the pipeline right now that I've edited. They're done. I just need to make some thumbnails for them and then obviously upload them. But I'm kind of building them up, and then I'm going to start releasing videos more regularly. And I think probably it's going to be more beneficial than the bigger productions were, because the bigger productions, there was so much pageantry, which I enjoy, but I think if you're looking that stuff up, you're less concerned about the pageantry, even though these have some in it. You get to the information like that. It's just you go into it, and I can do topics that I want to do quickly. So if you gave me a topic this afternoon, I might be able to get to it and do a short video of it that's actually something that I would be proud of, because I've been practicing a lot with articulating and just format and all this and that. I've kind of loosened up some, which is also very necessary. So yeah, like you, I'm juggling a lot of things, which frankly I do enjoy doing. I'm going to New Orleans this weekend, which is going to be nice, for a business trip, which I might get some commissions, which will be very exciting. I'm sure more regular videos would work better. The bigger production videos were cool, but generally it's too intensive for people's attention spans. I did play Diablo 4. I actually really like it. Yeah. Have you been to New Orleans? And have you played Diablo 4? So Diablo 4, I was watching, bought it. I played the beta, but couldn't get past the $70 price at first. But then my friend asked me to play with me, so we were trying that out. Cool. What class are you playing? I'm playing a barbarian, and I'm enjoying it, because I said to myself, I'm just gonna try to play the game like I used to play. You're a sorcerer. Is that fun? I've heard they're a little bit weak. But Barbarian I don't think is that great either. Anyway, Asmongold had a video out today that was essentially ripping on it, saying that the next patch kind of screwed things over and made it harder. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to kind of stay out of really getting angry and judging the game and play it just like a game. Because I'm having fun, so I'm not playing it like hardcore. I'm not rushing to the end game. I'm actually taking my time and just reading the quests and taking in the scenery and just enjoying it, and I'm having a good time with it. I don't know, enjoy it. Oh yeah. So I think the storyline is dark, which is really cool. I think it seems like a good story. I'm only level 25 or something right now. I might be 30, I'm not sure. I don't even have a mount yet. So, um, I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's a good game. But it seems like they're kind of screwing it up like they always do. And, it can be frustrating. I'm also thinking to myself, sometimes there's a lot of people who, it's hard. Blizzard is such a hated company and they kind of deserve that reputation. But sometimes they get an unfair rap because of it. But they do also do stupid stuff out of the blue, like their design issues and stuff. But they're also held to, I think, a higher standard than most companies are at the same time. Because they're capable of good stuff, and it's funny with Blizzard. It's like they nail the things that should be hard to nail, and then they screw up the things that should be easy, just like tuning, just number changes and such. But then the gameplay is fun. That's, I would think, the hardest thing to do, and they get that. I don't know why they can't fine tune things properly. It's just like whoever their mathematician is cross-eyed. An idiot, or they have an intern doing it, or rather, it seems like a job an intern could do it. Number adjustments, just give more damage. Why not? Anyway, not bringing the game and just playing it socially with my friends. Binging the game, yeah. I think it's a great game so far. The Blizzard gets points for that. Only complaint is $70. Yeah, it is cheap. Or it is steep. It is steep. That's a steep price. I agree with that. That's a lot. $70 for a game is a lot. But I think over the years with inflation, games used to cost, they would be the equivalent of $85, $90 today. Nintendo games. That was back in the day. And I'm not saying it's good, but that's the price that they're asking. That's the price that they get, and people pay it. I paid it. So, and whatever. 20 extra bucks. You're not paying a subscription. Warcraft, you pay a sub, and you look at the price of that. It's gets some in the thousands after several years. So we have to buy the game twice to play with my. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Warcraft is pricey. And it's the same kind of with Warcraft, I think, isn't it? You have to, I know you can get a shared account. There's one of my friends, they play together and they're married. It's a married couple, so they have it's funny because both their names are on it and they split it up, if you Battle.net Whisper one of them, it goes to both of them. I don't know how they have that set up, but they can do that apparently. It's a thing. I don't know. But yeah, it's, I can rationalize it either way, to be honest with you. I said to myself, I'll enjoy it. I'll have fun. I know I will. I like Diablo. I was a little bit more apprehensive, however. I did not buy the game immediately. I waited probably a week or two before I bought it, which, is still in the beginning, but I was very disenamored with them because of their Diablo Immortal stuff that they pulled. And I kind of thought that they were going to screw up Diablo 4 because of it. Make it some pay-to-win game, which I wouldn't put it past them to do still. I don't, it's very unfortunate, but I don't trust Blizzard. And Warcraft is actually in a very good place right now, I think. They're doing some really cool things with it. I know that their teams oftentimes have to deal with the bureaucracy from the top. I don't know, but at the same time, as a consumer, that's not my problem. They mess up the games. Oftentimes they do stupid things, and I don't like it when you feel like you're being taken advantage of in a game, right? Whether it's wasting your time or, like you're talking about, the price is very expensive, for for a game, at least these days comparatively. So, like, I get that too. I always say to myself, oh, hey, thank you. I always say to myself, it's like, you know, going out to get a beer comparison where, you know, you might go out and spend $5, $10 getting drinks, 15, 20, and, you know, which is great, but, you know, you can get that same drink for a fraction of the cost at home, number one. Number two, you could put that money into a subscription fee or whatever. This figure is looking good, charcoal drawings, but it doesn't match the reference photo. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, shit. Does it not? Or maybe I am so good. Maybe I am so good that it's just like I know how it looks from on the other side. Thanks for pointing that out, because I would not have caught that. I'm in rush mode today, Clara. Anyway, I was going to say what looks off about it, and then I checked the reference photo, and I said, oh. Because that's the other one I was doing. That one is, I'm going back and forth between, that's the pencil drawing that I'm doing, and that one is actually, the one that I had up originally is for a video that I'm doing that is demonstrating the difference between something that is over-modeled and something that is generalized. Or no, I'm sorry. It's demonstrating the difference between something that has form and structure and one that is generalized. That's what it is. So I did two drawings of it, essentially. Okay, this needs to get bigger here. I see a bunch of stuff after coming in. This is bigger. So I've been drawing with a B charcoal, which is the softest charcoal. It goes B, HB is harder, and then H is the hardest. And the reason why I'm sticking with the B is just because I feel like I can still, there's a lot that I can still change that'll make it look better, and so I want to keep it something that's erasable. So the B charcoal, just like in pencil, it's going to be softer, and you can get darker with it, I think, but it's softer and it erases easier, but it wears down quicker because it's soft charcoal. Well, the H, which is the opposite of that, is going to be harder, right? But if you press in hard with that H, it scars the paper a little bit. It can scar the paper, so you don't want to start with an H because it'll just, you can't erase it as easily. You might feel like you have a little bit more control because if you press down harder, you're going to get a light line and it looks cool at first, whereas the B can be a little bit overwhelming at first if you're not used to it. But it's looking better. I just need to keep on going back to these legs. I haven't really spent much time shaping the thighs, legs, and such. Not really. So maybe I should. Things, the more you work on it, the smoother it gets. So I'm trying to think about the anatomy at the same time as the width and everything, the gesture of it all, while building up the, breaking the paper in. no worries. Yeah, I just I switched it for you. Anyhow, have you played any Overwatch recently? Actually, I think this comes in just a little still. Gotcha. Are you really? Okay. TFT, you've said that before. What's TFT? I have a plan with this. Coquette, what's up? The black bars, I know, right? TFT is League of Legends game that is auto chess, kind of hard to describe without playing. Gotcha. Coquette, good conversation in Discord. What add-on were you talking about though? Because I know like there's Battleground Defender, which I use, which is like a one-button tap, and you can call. You can say there's 1 through 5, so 5 people incoming or what have you, but help, safe, and all that. And then Healers Have to Die is still here, which is what I use. So Miz was very happy about that conversation. I was lighting my phone up this morning about it. Make sure that, I'm sorry, when I wave my hand like this, I'm just making sure that everything is, do this. Wait a second, it's the wrong one. Give me a sec. No, why don't we do right there? That's fine. That works. It's a small space of active drawing window, but it does work, yes. Actually, Val got me onto that, this expansion, in fact. It's quite nice, very handy. Because why not? You should have, it should be built into the game. It really should be built into the game, in my opinion. This is just one of those things. The add-ons, a lot of those add-ons are very practical. And they should already be in there, in my opinion. And to Blizzard's credit, they're actually making some solid changes with all this stuff. But Healers Have to Die, if you're looking that up, you can't type in Healers Have to Die. It's Healers Have to Die, so HHTD with dots in between. That's how you find it. Yeah, Coquette, now I have to, not only do I have to put bars on the figure, now I have to say this is an 18-year-old or older stream, which is fine. I'm gonna do it. It's not a big deal. But I got a warning the other day. They're like, I think people were reporting me, and Twitch reviewed the account, said it was fine because I followed the terms of service. They said, but you should put this warning on, and by the 20th, if you don't have it, we're going to start. There's going to be issues. So, leg still needs to get thinner. Stupid. This is wrong. I can see it's wrong. This actually is incredibly wrong. This actually comes over. That. This comes in. This is too wide still. Just a hair width. It goes up there. Here. That's there. This just goes here. And it probably comes over. It's a maze. Free the blackbirds. I love your crin plant. The whole lot of them. I know. Stupid. It's stupid. But, you know, what am I going to do? This comes here, and then that goes there, like that. So I'm going to take this, and then this is how it normally is. I'm really pushing this. I could start refining this, but I always, whenever I rest, take breaks. Always see what needs to happen. See, normally how this would go when we're training, we would go for 25 minutes, and then we would take 5-minute break, and your eye would rest. It's probably what I should be doing. But I'm too good to take breaks, yes. Don't need breaks, bitches. Don't need the breaks. Don't need the breaks. Still doesn't look right. What am I missing? I'm working off a very small photograph compared to what's up there, which is not ideal, I have to admit. This is a weird thing, but this is going to help me see this. It's just marking this better. Is my bicep getting in the way? The shadow is. Well, you know what? We're just going to have to deal with that. Let's do that. That's fine. What are you up to, Coquette? You getting some work done? We got Miss Switch it back. What did you say to him? I asked you then in disc, and then I had to run. Oh, I can see that better. Just small little shifts. Small shifts. It's not even that much. It goes down like that. Oh, shit. I see. Be smarter about this. This comes out. Comes out just a little bit. And then it's the hamstring. It's in there. Smooth this out. It's too sharp. That's why this is messing with my head. It's out a little bulge there, then this cuts in some. I might have cut it in too much, but I don't think so. It cuts there, and then it probably breaks in here. And then we're going to take this out, and it probably goes out just a little bit more. These are the changes I always make, even if it's in a painting. This is what I'm doing, it's this type of stuff. Seeing the impression needs to move. I'm so beaten up. On lunch? Gotcha. You wrote it in Discord? Cool, I'll read it in a second. I'm glad he's coming back. It's gonna be fun. It'll be good to have him back. Such a nice guy. This impression's throwing me off. Yeah, I'm stringing, I think, for, let's see, what time it is. It's 1 o'clock. So I'm stringing for another hour at least. And then today I have to teach people. And so, it's my teaching day. go teach. Actually, I screwed that up. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. It does. Damn it. Lighting that's smart cuts in. This lightens. It's fine. Hop and skip. I don't know, Coquette. It's we've been talking with Ms. about making our team more efficient, and Deacon wants to step up, which is good. And so he wants to bring in some heavy hitters, which I'm all for as long as he keeps it chill, but also don't want to exceed that 25-man mark, because we start getting, he says bring 8 people, or 8 people, you can't bring 8 people. And I mean, it's going to be too much again for, because the trend is that it becomes something big, and then we start adding nights, and then Miz starts feeling obligated when his, the adrenaline starts ebbing, and then he quits. And in the past, he's left it to me, but I'm not going to take it this time, because I can't be responsible for that right now. I don't have the temperament anymore at this point in my life or the patience to lead anything like that. I don't think. I could muster it, but I can't obligate myself, because I have to watch after my dad. They do get toxic. Now, these guys were chill, but here's the thing. So, like Bandit, right? Bandit's, Bandit's not Tank. That's right. I keep on mixing those two up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he was a little troll. That guy was a dick. And to be honest with you, I'm at the point right now, and I don't know why. I'm a nice guy. I am. But at the same time, too, I kind of don't care. And if, like, for example, somebody was wanting Dark Ale back, who there was a lot of issues with. Apparently he would, I didn't know this, he would whisper the women in our group and harass them. Didn't know this. Never knew it. And so Ms. texted me, says, hey, because I banned him. And so then, essentially, yeah, it wasn't good. So then I said, Ms., I'll bring him back. And I said I'd bring him back, why? Just so I could kick him again. That's what I did, Now, I do believe people can change, but I'm not going to take that risk with this stuff, because I've been through enough with that, and I don't want this to get serious again. I don't like the person that I become when I start taking it too serious and start getting pissed off over a game. Coquette, that's why. I told him, he says, no, we're not having him back. I said, Ms., I said that I would take him back because I knew he would mess up, and that would give me an opportunity to just kick him, and it would make me feel good. And so he had me kick 1 or 2 people out of Discord. And one of them was the guy, the Boomkin, who played with us. Well, when he asked me, I said, don't bring him in. I texted him. I said, don't do it. He still did it. So he had me kick him. I said, is there anybody else you want me to kick? Yeah. You want him to know it was me? What, for me? See, I don't care. I told Miz, I said, if anybody's butt hurt that they can't play with us, you say that it's me. I said, because I don't care anymore. I don't care. It's a game, and nobody's, this is why I love this stream, always good juice. Yeah, there is. I like the drama too. So there's a lot of drama. Like sending a message. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would do it. I would say, you're banned. You're not coming back. I would say that. I wouldn't hide behind and try to. I would take him in so that I could do that. The only thing that I don't like is I do feel a little bit bad, because Haps is a very nice guy. I love that man. I think he's awesome. And he was like a fighter pilot. So cool. And he whispered me asking for him back. And I understand that, because they have a tight-knit group. He and Charlotte, they play together, and I respect that. And and they said he's changed and this and that. He's changed, and maybe he has, but I'm not going to take him back. So for his sake, I felt a little bit bad. For Darkel's sake, whatever. I mean, and the thing is, Miz and I would always act like the people, whoever wants to join, are entitled to join. That's how we used to act. And I was too nice, and Barham's a prime example of that. I was too patient with people, and I'm at the point in my life where I've lost that patience in that manner. I just have. I don't have it anymore. Because I don't want to put myself or anybody else through it, because it really bothered a lot of people. It made it so it was not fun. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a game. This is a game, and I shouldn't have to deal with all that drama. And so I put myself in that position. But I shouldn't, so I deserved it, but nobody else did. And to my credit, though, a lot of people, I try to keep all this stuff pretty quiet, so most people didn't even know about it. But I would get whispers all the time. People would be upset about somebody or this and that. And Coquette, I am not putting myself in that position again. Because, I've told Miz, he plays, but then it will come a time when he fizzles out, right? He does that. And then, so what's going to happen at that point, right? I'm not going to take over again like that. I've done that several times. I told him this time, I said, I'm backing him up, right? I'm backing him up. So, I help him make all the decisions and stuff, but I'm not going to be, and I'm happy to kick people, but I'm not going to be playing therapist to people anymore. And I will take a lot of pleasure now in kicking people. Because I really want to, actually. That's the thing. I kind of do want to take people in for the very reason that I just stated. I do want to kick people, and it will make me feel very happy. I will get a strong sense of satisfaction to it. We're not going through what we went through, right? Paha comes back and chats everybody's ear off. Later, click, that's it. You might be saying, Lewis, it's so heartless. I know you're not saying this, but the average idiot might. And I would just say, what's heartless is sitting there talking about Aspen on a black man and moaning in disc in front of 40 people, okay? And then me allowing that, that's heartless. It was really funny. She did that, by the way. I remember, you mentioned that to Zerks. Tell Zerks, just say, hey, Aspen on a black man, and see what he has to say. He was in disc with me. We were doing World PvP, and she starts moaning, talking about Aspen on a black man. I think on the stream when I'm doing this type of this small work, which is actually very important, it looks like I'm just going over lines and not doing any work. That's not the case. Yeah. Okay, we do need more drama in the group, I have to say. I don't know. Let's see. What were some of the funny things? I remember Barham. See, I don't care about talking about it now because it's water under the bridge, but I remember back in the day, Barham pulled a coup on my birthday. He wished me a happy birthday in the morning, and then in the evening, he split SBM up and started talking shit in Issa's Cupcakes channel, and it hurt my feelings so hard. I was so crushed because I had no idea. I didn't see it coming. I was actually impressed. I'm tuning in and out of this conversation, but some of it is going over my head. Okay, well, feel free to ask questions because I will expand, and when I expand, you'll get a clearer picture. You'll get more drama. See, I'm saying stuff with Coquette that she knows, already, so we're skipping over a lot of drama. But if you want me to expand on it, so Barham was a gentleman who played with us. It was in other groups, call them pre-mades, who fought in battlegrounds and stuff. We essentially cheat our way into the game and abuse the system. That's what we do, but I don't care. And he was very malicious towards a certain group of people, which I think Coquette, and Miz thinks so too. I think he was always in league with Hydra. I really do. And I have to, this is going to sound bad. I don't trust him I don't trust him at all because of what he's done. Okay, do you want me to tell you? I can tell you because nobody's going to see this. If they do, hopefully nobody sees this who watches it. Because, and if they do, and if they're watching this, which I doubt because hardly anybody watches this, I considered Barham one of my really good friends for a very long time. But he lied, and he was a snake, and he really abused that trust. And that's the fact, okay? And here's the thing. I really don't care who sees this either. I just don't. Because this stuff should never happen again. But Barham, when he was playing with us, and this was when Miz was not there, but Miz we'd always talk on the phone anyway. Like Miz and I have always kept touch even when he's not playing. He's very good at staying in touch. I'm not, but he's very good. So he'd call me and we just talk and stuff. So it was one day, it was my birthday, and he pulled this coup, right? He started being an ass on Facebook page, and I left shortly after, like trolling his own team. Yeah, he started doing that in the very beginning, and I was always saying patience, 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 which that was a mistake. So anyway, this was after probably 2 or 3 years, and you know, I would run with him and Issa and after hours and such, you know, because I didn't really care about the drama. It was fun. I had a good time with them, and I liked everybody, right? That's how I was, right? And so anyway, we're running SPM. I'm thinking everything's fine. We're having fun. We were getting solid numbers. We had like 25 people. I was very passionate about it. You know, I was leading the whole thing like an idiot. And it's my birthday. I get a message on Facebook saying, happy birthday, you know, and then within about an hour or two, he pulled all the people, apparently what he had done, he had been whispering people and turning people against me and SPM for, I don't know how long, several months to a year, and it was kept quiet until finally on Issa's Cupcakes page, which like I was still a part of because like I'm friends with everybody. I wasn't out of it. I never got kicked. And they're all saying how they left and how we're traitors and all this and that and how blah, blah, blah. And it was led by, you know, they were basically like, you know, patting each other on the back and this and that. And it was so toxic. And there were like Lednar and stuff who came in. He knows me because of Barham. He said what he did is not right. And he actually stayed with me. And I told everybody who knew what was going on, I said, do not say a word. This is why you probably don't know about it. I said, don't say a word because this is so petty, and the only way that we can stop this is just to not say anything, right? Just let it go, because if we say something, it's like this is craziness, and I was so hurt. And so Miz heard about it, and he was really upset. So Miz actually wrote a letter kicking Barham from the group, and that was Barham's final kick. And then after that, Barham and I lost touch. And that was several years ago. That was at the time I would write him, you know, on Facebook and stuff, and like, you know, these heartfelt letters and such, you know, which that's not me anymore. I won't do that. But I would write him these letters saying, dude, you're my good friends. Like, what's wrong? Like, did I make you angry? Like, what's going on? Like, I would write this stuff because I always said, you know, I'm a guy who's just trying to play with friends. I'm not trying to like go on a power trip or anything with this stuff. I mean, for crying out loud, it's Warcraft and it's a pre-made group that is like the lowest form of PvP, but it's fun and I enjoy it. That's all that matters. But people take it too serious, And so I didn't like have like that type of pride to it. I wasn't like on a power trip. I was just trying. I literally, and the reason why I would lead is because it was like, I'm the type of person if I like something, I'll step up, and then eventually that puts me in a point where I'm actually doing stuff to help out. And so that's kind of what happened. And it was a mess. And so after that, so what happened too, I think a catalyst for that, and Coquette, this is funny, and let me know if you're still there, because otherwise I'm just like talking to thin air. But like, let me know if you're still there, and I'll continue on with this. Because this is so, oh, you are good, okay. So this is where it gets really petty. One of the things that really set him off was that, all right, and try to understand this, okay? And keep in mind, I'm saying this to you, but I don't have an investment in this. This is more of a study on humanity, okay? And I learned a lot about humanity from this, a lot. In one of the games that I was leading, I had sent Barum and his weasels, there was about 7 or 8 of them, up to DB, to guard, while we split and burnt things down south. And it was during a really hard game. It was when, I don't know if it was a pre-made, or if it was, I'll tell you in a second, Clara. I don't know if it was a pre-made, but it was the time when it might as well have been, because all the games were a real challenge, and people were like, we're not sure we're going to win this. It was fun. That's how I like it. So we're down south, and Baron's saying, we're getting killed up here. I said, can you hold the bridge? He says, yes. I said, all right, I want you to keep on holding the bridge. He took offense to that because they were dying up there. Even though I had sent them up there so that the objective was not to stay alive and not die. The objective was to buy us enough time to burn east and west, which we did, and we ended up winning the game, and I thanked him. I said, great job, guys. Good. That was it. That was it. People were pissed, and Barum was turning people against me. I couldn't believe it, and it hit me like a truck. Later, everything kind of came together. It sounds crazy. This is what happened, and that's the type of shit that I would have to put up with. So, Coquette, because I really appreciate you hanging out with me in my stream, number one. I really do. I love having you. In fact, today I was like, I wonder if Coquette's going to get on. I really was. I was driving here. I was like, I hope Coquette gets on, because I like having these conversations, because you understand them. You'll understand why I am the way that I am, and why if somebody's like, hey, I want to bring this guy in, I'm like, no, we're not bringing anybody in. Because Coquette, I kind of came to the realization that I did that to myself, and I'm never going to be in that position again. And I'm not saying that people aren't good. There are good people out there. People can change, blah, 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 but I'm not going to take that chance. So it was funny. It was funny. It was really, it was a hard lesson to learn. And let me tell you something. I would never treat a friend the way that Barum treated me. I know a lot of people liked him. I did too. But the difference was they weren't in a position of leadership. That was it. I was in a position of leadership. And for whatever reason, he took, he's the type of guy, he needs to do it his own way, which is fine, but you don't need to be a dick about it. For Deacon on Discord, I really need to check Discord. That's not even that big of a deal. Not that I know that much about the game. I was part of a sponsored all-girls team ages ago. You were. And the drama was way more than that. Exactly. This is my point. So that's on Discord, right, Coquette? This is my point, Clara, is that even that strategy, for example, I don't know what it is, Coquette, and maybe you can explain this to me. This is the thing that gets to me, is that People are so upset when they die in the game. I don't understand that. It was general channel. Okay, I will take a look at it when I have some time today, and I'm going to be active and respond because I'll have time later on, probably after 5, 6 o'clock tonight. I just want to try to get as much done as I can on this. That's why, because otherwise I'm just going to... Anyway, Coquette, why is it, and I am genuinely curious about this. One of our weaknesses is we cannot freaking push into a team without people being afraid of dying. I'm on my mage, and I'm pushing. Granted, it gives, like, it's a little bit easier when you're leading the push. Like, I lead the push. But we push, and I get for healers to stay back, but our melee and our range and such, we need to push in. Like, why is it? But the root is people are afraid of dying, right? Now, I get healers, y'all are being targeted, you're going to get gripped. But for the people on attack, especially the melee, I don't understand why we can't do that. Conan's good at it, Deacon's good at it, and Zerx and I, when we went on Warrior, we were good at it because I'm sick of this stuff. Like, I'll go in there, and if we die, we die, and I'll try not to. I know when to ebb and flow. I've played melee a lot. I know. Got it. Actually, probably better on my Warrior than I am on the Mage, to be honest with you, at this point. It just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. People are afraid. They're afraid of dying. So... Also the opposite, where people run in, people ready. I punked Tank? What did I do? I really like Tank, by the way. I feel like he laughs at my jokes, which makes me feel good, because my jokes aren't always that great. I just act like an idiot. That comes with abuse from people giving them shit if they die, and they internalize that where it doesn't make sense anymore. Huh. I never thought of that before. At Snowfall with the ice wall? Really? So, oh, he could... Wait, was Tank on a Warlock? Was that him? Because I planned that totally. Because what I did... Because you have to with the mage. Like, you can't just... if you're finding yourself, like, just reacting, you're screwed, kind of. Oh, okay, so that was him? Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? I got him back for that stupid teleport out of the bunker. That was fun. But I didn't know that was him. I did not know that. I'll keep that in mind. I knew he had a Warlock. I didn't know the name of it. Yeah, what I did, I ran up the hill. He was standing on the edge, Coquette. So I'm going up, and I'm on Belinda's side running up the hill. I see him standing up here at the top. I go up past him and then just blast wave him off so he flies off. And so then we, I think we killed the one guy up top. By the time Tank got back up, I had just put the wall up and he couldn't get around it. It was perfect. It was so perfect. And we got the flag. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I got him. Now we're even, okay? And he's probably going to do something to get me back, because that always happens. Leave my guard down for 5 seconds. He does some smart-ass thing. But yeah, it's fun. And I like that he tries to queue in with us and beat us, because to be honest with you, we deserve it. We're a bunch of cheaters. We do cheat. But look at me and tell me if I care. I don't care. It's fun. It's a game. It's stupid. And I guarantee you, Blizzard doesn't know. They have no idea, because they never spend any time on PvP. They never do anything with AV. They don't care. And I don't care what Blizzard thinks, to be honest with you. I really don't. As long as I'm not going to get banned for it. I don't care what they say. Oh, well, the rules are this. Is it unfair having a pre-made? Yeah. But it goes both ways, man. I remember Hydra back in the day, and me and my brother, getting owned by them when we would queue up. I remember seeing Bobos in before all that stuff. Do this, and I have to get the drawing back. It's funny, and all those things now we know who people are, but I mean, it was something else. I mean, look, we cheat. We're cheaters. We game the system to get in, right? But I also want to troll the game and bring about its downfall as well. That's why I was ice walling our own team in, which that kind of backfired because they took that ability away in a sense. People still don't know you can break that wall though. So this is messed up. Do you want to hear something funny, Coquette? And now this is one, like, I felt bad about this because it was my fault. Oh yeah, you can break it. Your team can click on the wall, and it's a little cast bar. But if they click on it, it'll cast and it'll break. It'll be, I think, like a hammer, and like a hammer icon comes up or something, and you can break the wall down. Now the horde, they can attack the wall and it breaks. Most people don't know this, which is why it's so effective. You notice even with SAS, they're only good at pushing. All right, in a team fight, and then backcapping, but they're good at backcapping because they do the Warlock portal. That's it. That's their thing. If they didn't have the Warlock portal, we would have won the last game probably, or it would have been much closer. But they can't, the ice wall going across, most of them do not target it. And it divides their team for the duration of the wall because they don't know to target it. And don't say anything to anybody about that, because I want them to go in the dark with that one. All right? Because that's the one powerful thing. That's the one thing we have. That's why split their team off. Be aggressive, target their healers, and then the trick is for me to get that wall off without getting killed doing it. That's the trick. Sometimes they get killed. The other thing is this. Keep this in mind. When we're doing the bridge defense, I want you to remember this. I always tell people to get off, but if you ever see me going on, my strategy for that is I alter time, and then I double blink into the middle of the bridge, and people will get pissed at me for being on the bridge, right? I double blink in, immediately blast wave, and then alter time back, and it gives me a teleport back, but it brings me back. So it's essentially, if y'all see people getting knocked off, that's what's happening. It's 1, 2, blast wave, and then back. That's my strategy with it. I think Miz saw that. I need to tell him that's what I'm doing because I think he saw that and he was getting a little pissed off. Which I don't really care, but that's what was happening. I think he was talking about some other people too at the same time. But anyway, what was I saying? I was going somewhere with this. To check your post out. That's too short. It should be here. I'm just floored. Blast Wave is a knockback again. For a while, they nerfed it to just as slow. Blast Wave for Mage. I don't even remember having Blast Wave as a slow. The Mage has always had the, I forget what it's called. It's one thing, it's like chains or something. It's an orange icon. It looks like a chain. I forgot what it's called. Fire has that. Actually, Frost can talent into it. Slow. Blast Wave. We haven't had Blast Wave in a very long time. Maybe you're thinking of something else, or perhaps I'm wrong. Blast Wave has been... Anyway. Oh gosh, the face. Let's work on the face. Like, Arcane in an actual slow spell, then for a while they made Arcane Blast apply the slow. Oh, Arcane Blast has been all over. I gotcha. So Arcane Blast is different than Blast Wave. Blast Wave is actually like a fire spell that shoots out all around. That's what it is. I think that's a new spell. Now I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that one. Right. I could be wrong about that one. But it's very powerful. This comes up, but this goes over some, I think. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Just a little bit, probably here. Fire Mage is fun, and apparently it's really good. Vinruki had a video out today saying he was in solo shuffle. It was very good, which is encouraging because they did take a nerf for something recently, which is why we're going into the last game and I was really pissed off because somebody had mentioned that, and then I checked the patch notes and indeed it had been nerfed, which pissed me off. Which doesn't help. I'm always pissed off about something. Yeah. But our team's been doing good. Our team has been doing very, very good. Something I wanted to say, I forgot what it was. But yeah, now you understand why. If you know, I'm making sure that we aren't impulsively growing. You know, like making decisions like, oh, this guy's really good, let's bring him in, and he brings like his friends in, and then they bring their friends in. That's how it's always been, because I'm not going to be putting up with that anymore. And Miz really doesn't want to either. He's in agreement with me. It's too much leading large groups like that. And frankly, going in with a 35 man is too much, I think. And if you want to, you can do it. It's not a big deal. But I mean, it's like my thing is, let's just be efficient. If we make it more efficient, we're going to be in a good place. Right? And I think that's the thing is there's this mentality that you have to be like, oh, we almost had it. If we only had like a couple more people, we could have done A, B, C, D. Well, that's quite possible. But what I have noticed is that we underutilize what we already have. We don't organize. And that's on me and Miz and Xerx at this point. Xerx is actually one of the leaders. He's pretty good. He has some very good advice. He knows what he's doing with this. But it's tricky stuff, all of it. Oh, shit. Something is off in this, man. What am I doing wrong? I have to lose sometimes. It's not a big deal either. I honestly, this is how I feel about it. I think losing is very good for us. I think we should be losing. I think we should be trying new things, and I think that if I'm going to lose, though, I want to be trying a strategy like just some crazy strategy, right? I don't want to always, like, sometimes you can play it safe, but I don't want to always play the same type of game. I want to make the map just chaotic That's what I want to do. And if we're going up against a team that we think we're going to win against very easily, which we can't really tell, but if we're going to go up against a team like that, I want to hamstring us. I want us to like, you know, to do a bridge defense or something and lose half the towers or something that gives us a challenge, because we need to learn to lose. It's very important. And when we lose, it's important for us to glean the information. Like if we go up against pre-made, and Miz knows this, and he agrees. Xerx is feeling. You go up against a pre-made, like we learned a lot losing against SAS. We've learned a whole lot by what we've done. A lot. It's very valuable information. That's how you have to look at it. And so it's important. Like I really think we should be losing and do it gracefully. And I'll say this too. We don't leave games because we don't want to lose. We don't leave games because we're like, oh, this is unfair, we're leaving. Right? Like Miso did that. Now, my thoughts on that are like, I really don't care. I do not care, because this is a stupid ass game and we all cheat. That's what I think. And so I'm like, this whole thing is silly. But at the same time, as a team, it's good not to do that. It's good, like, especially because he's one of the leaders, right? And as a leader, you go down with the ship. You don't set the precedence of, oh, this is unfair. And plus, it's incredibly hypocritical because it's unfair to the people that aren't in a group and they're going up against us. It is unfair. My thoughts are I just don't care anymore because it's a game. It's not ruining somebody's life. You know, whatever. I don't care. And if Blizzard wanted to fix it, dude, they've had so much time to fix it, and they could fix it in 5 seconds if they wanted to. I could come up with a solution for it. It's not rocket science. They don't care. So I don't want to hear, oh, well, Blizzard thinks this. They don't know what they think. I remember there was a post earlier on, like it was within a year, maybe 2 years, but it was essentially, it was in regards to kicking players. And this was a blue post. And I think it was in the community council or whatever. They had brought this up. One of the devs responded to a question of what is fair to kick somebody in a game, because people were getting kicked out of the game for example, not participating properly in the game. The dev who responded, Coquette, said, well, a fair example would be if you are not in the team fight and if you're just sitting in a tower in AV, then you're likely to get kicked. And so a dev said that, who is responding in PvP about AV, saying essentially if you're guarding a tower, you're going to get kicked. That's what he said. He said it's okay to do that. It was obvious that he did not know what he was talking about in the post. Like, he didn't know. Now this, what you could say, oh, well, that's him. Well, somebody also had to pass off, say, hey, look, yeah, this is not a smart thing to say. They don't have their shit together. They don't know what they're talking about, and this is their job in PvP. So, like, if they want to start banning pre-mades and all this stuff, they can do it, but they don't care. So they can put whatever they want, you know, in their, like, you know, like, this is how it's played, this is how it's meant to be. But if they don't enforce it, you know, what are you going to do? If they start enforcing it and, like, you know, we start finding ways around it, they can still stop that. You know, it's like, you know, botting and all that stuff. It's like, you know, carries and boosts and all those things. They can stop that stuff if they really wanted to, but they don't. Yeah, exactly, Coquette. And they got called out very hard with this. This was about 1.5 years ago. It was, I think it was, when was it? It was right before the expansion came out, because it was when they put in the automated ban system where if enough people report you, you'll get auto banned from the game. Like, and streamers were doing this. They said, okay, I want all of you guys to report me all at once for something that he didn't do. And he got kicked from the game. And then Blizzard essentially got called out for bullshit again. And this is, obviously, they're always on a roll with something, you know? So you get my point, is that if they want to stop pre-mating, they can stop it, but they don't. They don't do it. Now, does that make it right? No, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. You know, is, you know, they say that, you know, it's whatever. It's, to me, it's silly. The whole thing's silly. There's more important things to worry about than this stuff. I don't know. Pre-mating is essentially getting a group of players together and queuing into a battleground. So in Warcraft, you can only queue 5 players at once into a battleground. So even in a group of like 10v10, that's essentially, most of the time people are just single queuing or queuing with a friend. So it'll put 10 people in. Sometimes you'll have a 5-man group in there. Sometimes you'll have 2 5-man groups in, but you can't queue 10 people at once. A pre-made is where you pre-make your group. So you'll get 5 people in a group, another 5 people in a group, and what you do, you queue at the same time, right? Queuing in 3, 2, 1, queue. Everybody queues, and then when the queue pops, if the queue pops at the same time, people will say pop, and if they popped at the same time, then you take it. If one group popped, another pops late, or another didn't pop, you don't take it and you re-queue. You can do that with groups of 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 people, and it works. Now the higher up you get, the more splits you might get. You might get 15 people in one game, 15 people in another game, but that's a pre-made. So right now we fluctuate between 15 and 25. We're capped at 25. And so we've been very fortunate. We got a split queue last week where I think 10 of us got in one game, 10 of us got in another. Something. Yeah. Gives you the advantage of having more coordinated group. Basically, yes, because we're in Discord together. Now, you could argue that they have the same advantage because there's TeamSpeak. Like TeamSpeak is a separate program, but they have in-game voice chat. But not everybody's going to get in that. I guarantee you a lot of the people don't know that there's voice chat still because Blizzard's not good at like promoting this stuff. So they could technically still do that, but then, you know, you're still at a disadvantage in organizing everything, like, you know, on the fly. Most people who play that stuff, they're solo queuing. They don't want to have to be social, which is, I get that way. Totally understandable. It's an unfair advantage that we do. Now, the reason why we do it is because is the drama. We like the drama. There's a large community doing this right now too, and they talk a lot of shit, and so we get our group of people to combat that, and so it's very luscious nerd drama is what it is, which you would really like, I think. It is absolutely luscious. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And so you have, for example, people, I have not been on the forums in a very long time, but you have people who are pouring themselves out on the forums, trying to justify their existence and their actions in-game, and they take offense if they're not taken seriously and this and that. And it is fun, and that's prime trolling material right there. Those people are the best people to troll because they take themselves seriously. Also the drama, you know, there's lots of, you know, finger pointing and this person cheated, this group cheated, these people are bad, they do this, they do that, and oftentimes there's no evidence for such insults, and I love it. It's so great. It is wonderful. You know, it's absolutely the most petty thing that you can imagine. What was it, Coquette, the other night? There was a woman who was kicked out of a group, and she was upset, so she got in that group and wiped clean their entire community. I don't know what community it was. I wasn't familiar with it, but somebody was talking about it. And I just thought that was so great. I was like, this is the stuff that I love. This is the stuff that brought Miz back. I think she had another, I don't know, Coquette, do you know the details? I have to listen to the replay again. Jugga mentioned that? Okay, so Jugga knows. It was either a Facebook page or it was an in-game guild or something, and she was still in it on an alt or something, and she had access to kicking people or something. They kicked her main tune, but they didn't kick her alt. And so she got on there and she's like, okay, and wiped them clean, and they had to rebuild their community. And it was a massive community too, and so it was a real undertaking. So imagine all the drama that ensued from that, having to explain to literally hundreds of people what happened. I loved it. I thought it was, but isn't that funny, really? I wouldn't do that, but I like this person. I just thought that was so fun. I was like, it's such a great response. I like it because it's petty and it makes a great story. It's fun. Oh, it was great. But I mean, that's the thing, that this is the type of stuff that happens, right? One of the things I really want to do is start teabagging the hell out of their leaders. What's that guy's name? Jumping Jacks or something? What's his name? It's the mage. I forgot his name. It's not Jumping Jacks, it's something else. Cinco's a nice guy. Teabag him. I've been teabagged too. If you're in a teabag, you have to be able to take it. It's incredibly petty. But you know what, Coquette, we need petty at the end of the day, I think. I really do think we need petty at the end of the day. I'm still upset. You know what? I really want to ice wall us off again. I just think it is so funny. It's so much fun. I get that it's wrong. But is it? So this drawing is I sit on their corpse lady like they only get teabagged if they're real jackasses. I'm gonna teabag anybody. I teabagged Tank several times. I'd love to see you play League sometime, Lewis. I think you would enjoy the toxic community just to get a taste of the potential out there. I would, because I really would. I thrive off that stuff now. In World PvP, they only get teabagged if they refuse to fight me. Fight me! The problem is that I've had to cool down recently because I've been banned, and I don't want to get banned again. That's the problem. And I mean, it's stupid. And I'm pretty sure it has to do a lot with SAS too. Some of the stuff, I think. I really do think so. But I don't have evidence for that, and so. But my gut tells me that because some of the things that were, every time I've been reported, it's been around them. It's been with them. It's been within the forum page, which I do kind of deserve that. But also in one of the games we played, some of the stuff that was said, and it wasn't bad stuff. They reported me because I was spamming spells, so they reported me. But it's only happened around them, so. But it might not be them, and frankly, it doesn't really matter to me either. but I don't want, I need to be careful. So I've kind of cooled it off some, which really makes the game less fun to play for me. It sucks. I like talking shit. You know, you ever want to try out League? It's similar mechanics to HOTS. I could, I just, it's hard to keep up with games. It's hard to keep up with games. Actually pull this in because I think this would benefit me in what I'm trying to do. Right? Is that correct? No. This way. So that, that part comes up. That down a little bit more. Oh yeah, League is free. That's actually a pretty good selling point, to be honest with you. Like this, and this part comes over this way. This is over this way, and then it drops. Maybe. Nope. It goes over this way like this. Check this out. Since I shifted that over some. Doesn't look right. I mean, I like that. I'd be horrible at it because I played that game. Which I know you don't care. Okay, now there's a mouth. So I'll just use that as the mouth. Let's do this. Here, there. And I have to be careful because I do go too far sometimes, and I need to remember those are people on the other end. And even though I'm very sarcastic, sometimes people can't tell. So, very little commitment. Only your soul to still be clean, not play with twerps. I mean, I need to be careful because I have the potential of going overboard pretty fast. I really do. Especially at the end of the day when I'm tired and normally pissed off at something. You know, just how it is, man. I mean, but okay, if this, I have this here. This is gonna drop. I need to get this ear placed properly. That's the ear. Is it? Man, I tell you, I wish this was just a little bit larger or whatever I was looking at. Wait, this actually comes over this way. This is going to come up just a smidgen. That, and it goes over to there, which means this neck is going to come up a little bit. Does that make sense? Maybe? Does it? It's that piece, and then it kind of does this. Softens. The top is like here. Is that it? Yep. I think. So that means the jaw is going to come up. If this is the ear, the jaw comes up here. Which means, okay, that's good. And then this is where the chin is. Here, and then it drops. So I just made room for the jaw, which needed to be made room for, I think. This is catching up. Now we just need to get Yaga back. Oh, I know. That would be so great. Oh, and then it biddies down. That's why we're missing. Biddies down just a little bit. Right? Soften this. It's too dark. Soften the inside. Also, I get egged on, I think. Sometimes I let myself get egged on by people, and then I just spiral out of control after a while. But, then there's the other part of me that I'm thinking to myself, these people who are constantly reported, they're people who are constantly offended about everything. And they're going to be reporting people no matter what happens, right? You've played with me. You know how it is. You've played with me. Some league time would be. That's the thing, is that I'm afraid of what I would become if I did that. I really am. I really am. I already walk a line in this other stupid game that they're starting to become so PC and all this bullshit to appease the always perpetually offended, right? Every letter I get from Blizzard is, these go against, it's like, it always contains this. This goes against your actions have gone against the spirit of the game. The spirit of the game. Well, tell me what the spirit of the game is, huh? What's the spirit of the game? I didn't know the game had a spirit. I'm being a smartass, but I'm just saying, when you're talking like that, what the hell? It's the spirit of the game. I wish there was a way to bypass this. Well, can you get banned from it? Like, I don't threaten people. That's the thing. I do not threaten people. And I'll say this. I oftentimes know the people who are reporting me. Like, I remember conversations, and I remember what those people said, and what I said is much less. Coquette, here's something for you. Zerx got reported by somebody from SAS. Like, they posted it on the forums. They were reporting him, and within the report, they essentially cursed him out. They said, we're just going to, and it might not have been SAS. You know what? It might not have been SAS, but it was a game against them, and it was like somebody in there. It might have been a pug. They cursed him out. They asked to mass report, kick Zerx out, and then they said, just AFK yourselves out because we're not going to win this. So within one thing, like, these people are saying, oh, let's report him. And those reports will be listened to, but it's coming from somebody who is cursing him out, who is essentially sabotaging, gameplay sabotaging their team just by saying don't play. It's not even worth it. Like, and those reports will be listened to. And it's stupid. I think that's dumb. Right? That's what I think. Anyway, I've gone off today about this stuff. Coquette, this is your fault. It's not my fault. Nothing's ever my fault. Being a GM must be awful. Oh, yeah. But I also think most of it's automated now. I think with the league, a lot of people go AFK when they're upset. It's really annoying because then you lose the game because you're down a person. You're doing some racial slurs. Just people. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, just because you report somebody doesn't mean you're in the right. You know? It doesn't mean that. It's like, it's not the first person to report is going to be right. Hot tub stream. Twitch, this is not fine art, it's a hot tub stream, so I'm okay. Thank you. Gotta be careful. See, when I start pushing the values, it starts looking more realistic. Gotta be careful. Because I will make this look very realistic. Because I'm so good. Because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. This hot tub stream. Well, you know, it's the only way to be viable with this stuff. The hot tub streams are kind of sad too. All that stuff is. It really is. And I'm not trying to get preachy. I do feel bad for the women who think they need to do that to get ahead, or they can, like 10,000 of them with 2 viewers. Yeah, that is a bad thing. And that must be a hit on your self-esteem, especially when you're like showing your body. Thank you. To us, 1,000,000 times. Write your names. Who does that, Clara? What are you talking about? So. Here. Are we talking about prostitution? Tagging, what's up, buddy? Essentially, we are, kind of, in a sense. Do they really? So, do they write it like with just like ink? Hopefully, it's not like a tattoo. I don't know. I don't know. Tagging, what's up, buddy? What are you doing? Drops just a little bit. What are you doing, buddy? You know, I didn't know it, but she's on the Croquis Cafe. Cat is. I had no clue. That's what the hot tubbers do. I mean, to be honest, it's tempting for just a couple of years. You could just stream yourself in a bikini. You could easily retire for the rest of your life. They use a Sharpie. Yeah. I mean, you have to be already super famous for that to work. I mean, that's the thing. It's sad. It shouldn't be this way, but it is. You know, these girls do it to themselves. It sucks. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't want that. That might be a little bit high still. I think it still needs to, this probably needs to drop just a little bit. I'm gonna just incrementally drop this. And this will probably drop slightly. Let's try this. Round that off. Cut. Bring this down. Comes in just a little bit and then it comes out. One and in. Nope. Yeah, I don't know how that stuff works, honestly. That drops that way. Right? Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Also, it hurts your chances of getting married, I think, which is the more obtainable way that women retire early. You think it does? I kind of feel like people don't really have standards anymore. I might just be a little bit pessimistic, though. Maybe it hurts in the sense that the chick isn't looking. Is that what you're saying? She's not trying to go out and actively get married. But as far as like a guy, I mean, it's probably very easy for one of them to get married because it might not be a happy marriage, though. I would think, like, somebody who would, most likely you're going to get a creep or something, I would think. I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't marry a hot tub girl. I suppose there would still be fans who would want to marry her. Well, if the dorks find you have a man, they get mad, so there's that too. Yeah, yeah, you're right. They do, because then they might lose viewers or something from it. So some women, I think, hide the fact that they have girlfriends. What are we talking about? Hot tub streamers, chicks, and if it hurts their chance on getting married, very high class artistic stuff. Here, hot tub. The hot tub streams here on Twitch. Tagging, do you not know about the hot tub streams? You know about the hot tub streams. It's essential. You know about the hot tub streams. Yeah, Twitch category. It's like soft, kind of, yeah, a little bit. It's not hardcore or anything, but they're not naked. They're in bikinis. Yeah, they're in bikinis. It's suggestive. It's very suggestive. Yeah. Let's see if that head is, the size is okay. The forehead. Okay, my forehead's off, like big time off. Damn it. Let's pull this shit. That uwu voice with cat ears and shit. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, it is sad. It's a little bit sad. It's not good. I don't like that stuff either. That comes out. Here. It's down here. This is where it is. Wait a second. I kind of had it right, but not really. The forehead just needed to come out some, which I did. And then I did this weird thing there, which I don't know why the hell I did that. Just like that. It's the impression. It's the back. Is that correct? And then this part fills out just a little bit up top. I think. 1, 2, 3. Actually drawing right now too. Nice, Clara. Where are you drawing? I think the eye needs to maybe go over. Actually, the eye might be okay. Her eye. Ooh, I just got dizzy. I can't stream much longer because I have to go and make sure Dad's okay, and I also need to. I need to go to teach somebody. Paying them for $1 million. Well, it doesn't seem like women like that have much self-respect. And that's a real turnoff. Just a portrait. I'm experimenting with different watercolor techniques, so using the same basic reference for each one to compare. Oh, cool. Post it in Discord when you're done. I don't think it's too high. I think their ego is big, but their self-esteem is low. Because I think if their self-esteem was high, they would be aiming higher in life than doing that type of stuff. And I'm not saying this as somebody condemning those people. I'm saying it as somebody who thinks that they have more potential than just showing their tits. I think they can do more to get ahead. Yeah, I agree with you, Tagging. I agree, and that's a turnoff. Like because those girls need to be smacked back down. I wouldn't give them the time of day. Not the time. I don't care how pretty they are. I would not give them the time of day. If they want to pull that shit, act like they're better. Now, again, I don't know them. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I'm speaking in generalities here. I don't think it's healthy behavior, and it's not. I don't think it's healthy to put that stuff out there for people to indulge. As I'm drawing a naked person, but this is different, and I can tell you why it's different. But this is actually meant to show off like dignity of the human form, not objectifying this person. There's a difference. Call them curva. It would be a spoiler because it's for this month's Fearless Fabrications Challenge. Be a spoiler. Constantly working my way around this drawing, correcting, recorrecting. I go this way. Just trying to. Get the curva, get the curves. Oh, is it really? Is that what it means? What's unfair, Coquette? Oh, to call him a bitch? I don't want to. I'm not calling them bitches. He's saying curva. What are you saying, Tagian? I'm not trying. Where I'm coming from is I'm trying to say that they have dignity and such. Like I'm not. I think it would do a disservice to. It does a disservice. They have the choice. They can do it if they want. Oh, I see. So it's kind of like they're objectifying themselves. They're putting themselves in that position, and and that's it. It's I don't like seeing that for anybody. In bikinis, a hot tub isn't a big deal. It's just not fair to use, not useful to society that much. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying, Coquette, I'm not like, look, I'm not on a crusade against it. It's not that, I don't find that attractive. I just, like if I'm, because I think about this all the time, if I'm a 17-year-old girl, I put myself in their shoes. I totally can do that. I just, or 18, because you have to be probably 18. It's like, it is, you feel like you need to show skin to get attention. And I would say this for men too. I mean, it's not just women. It's anybody who, I think everybody has a gift, and it would be good if okay, the shoulder's too big. I made the shoulder too big up top. I'm starting to see some things. I just think it holds you back, and you can do better. It's not like the end of the world or anything. That's all I'm saying. I'm definitely not devaluing their worth. I'm actually trying to say they have worth. That's, you know what I'm saying. I'm not calling them names. Those girls were sluts, then so is Lewis when he has his shirtless videos. I can see that, sure. You can call me a slut. Fine, all right. See, I don't care what you call me, because I guarantee you I've called myself that name first. Probably I've called myself slut before, I don't know. I think one of my models calls me that. She's like, how's it going, slut? I'm like, shut up. I did the all right, that was kind of during COVID as well. It might have been right after, but I didn't have any models. Notice I haven't been doing that recently. And guess who told me to show skin? Tag in, guess. I want you to guess. Yeah, I'm not a slut. I'm not a slut. Guess. It was Sue Lyons. She told me, show some skin. Sue Lyons is she's a very well-known artist amongst this world. It was tagging. No, it wasn't. It was Susan Lyons. I am just like, I'm saying a bunch of like drama on the stream, and I'm having a great time with it. But I don't need to make this public, but I will. I don't care. I don't care. That's off. I see it. See? Close your eyes for a second. Talking about drama. Then you can see stuff. And then we can fix it. I just made it worse. She told me to. I was like, nah, I'll think okay. Damn it. Trying not to wipe the camera. See, normally I'd be working like this. So I hope you guys appreciate this. Boom! That's how you make the arm thin while keeping the form. Sculpting the deltoid while keeping everything. This is wrong up here. 1 second. Hear that? This is a very, I'm not kidding, it's a very effective way of erasing. This is how you keep form and erase at the same time. Bitch! Just messed that one up. How the hell did that happen? It's better. Yeah, I don't. And I also made it like stupid as hell. Like really dumb. All right. I want to keep streaming. I have to go help my dad and then get to my appointment. I don't think I'll have enough time. Damn it. Guys, I got to run. Thank you so much. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Okay? I don't think I'm streaming anymore today, but see, the stream looks okay. His drawing's looking better. Arm is a little bit thinner. I like that. This is good. Head is morphing. It's caught up to everything else. This foot needs some work. Hand, shame on me. I have not done that correctly, but we have quite a bit of stuff we have to do. But guys, I will see y'all later. Get more views.